Hey guys, welcome back to Crystal Intuition. So today I want to talk about hexes and curses because this is a very serious topic. I want to give my opinion on this, and if you've stuck around me for a while, you'd know that I'm pretty anti-hexing and anti-cursing, and don't approve of messing with people's free will at all. Although there are some people out there that think they don't have another choice except to hex someone, I guess. There is definitely other options. So we're going to be exploring when is it actually acceptable to hex someone. So both hexing and cursing is either to manipulate someone's free will or to bring ill fortune or bad luck upon someone. So the main difference between them is a hex is where you work with deities, angels, demons, like a jinn or your ancestors or whatever, you actually perform a ritual or a spell to bring upon ill will on someone else. So this is a very serious way to go about doing something like this, because you're actually deliberately doing this extensive ritual to bring ill will on someone. Where a curse is a little different. A curse is you can literally just use your spoken intention, and yes, physically cursing, saying the words fuck or stuff like that, that's technically also a form of cursing. So if you say to someone F you, then you're cursing that person. So this works more with your soul intention. So, a lot of people think that, just because maybe someone cheated on you, or someone took your job, or you got fired, or just these simple things that's actually just part of life, they think that's a valid reason to hex someone. And I don't agree with that at all. When is hexing actually a valid reason for doing it? Let's say you're in an abusive situation, or a human trafficking situation, or a very dark, morbid situation where someone is causing you years and years and years of abuse or something like that. Then maybe if the police and all of those other things didn't work out for you, maybe turning to magic, if you really want to do this. But in the end of the day, what you reap you sow. So if you cause ill will upon someone and mess with their free will, you're putting yourself at risk doing so, and it's very harmful and dangerous for your own aura. If you want to go about hexing or cursing someone, make sure you protect yourself physically, protect yourself, because you get that return to sender spells, and a lot of people use them nowadays. So make sure your own aura is protected, that you're protected from the spell backfiring or bouncing back to you. And also make sure that when you hex someone, that is what you really want. And make sure you can live with your conscience, because I know a lot of hexes are intended to kill people as well, not just bring ill fortune upon them. And magic should not be misused like that. So I guess, you do you, but I think just a stupid reason like someone cheating on you isn't a valid enough reason for hexing them. Maybe there's alternative spells you can use for things like that. You can bring their secrets to light. That's a spell you can use. A karma spell. I know not everyone believes in the karma thing, but that's something you can look into. You can maybe just have a reap what you sow kind of spell, where whatever they throw on you will just go back to them. It's kind of similar than the karma thing, but there's a lot of alternative spells you can use instead of hexing or cursing someone. And cursing I get, because I know we all do it. We all get so mad at someone that we throw out a couple of curse words, and intentionally we wish ill will technically upon that person. But curses are less messing with people's free will. You're basically just like spewing your negative emotions onto that person. So that's just ill will, where hexes is sometimes more to do with messing with someone's free will. And also working with deities and demons and things like that usually come at a cost. They don't do that for free. So you usually have to give something in return to do a magic spell as like that. Like some heavier spells like that requires a payment when you work with deities and stuff. That's also why I'm pretty against blood magic, because blood magic is binding magic. It can backfire, and if it backfires, your DNA, or there's DNA involved, and when DNA is involved, especially blood binds you to that spell. So whatever happens, you're connected to that spell you cast. So that's why I kept preaching against hexing, cursing, you know, the darker sides of magic and blood magic, messing with people's free will, because technically it's wrong. It's not the right thing to do. I mean, if you do that, are you really better than the person that caused you harm if you know, project so much harm upon them? I mean, I guess if you're like in an abusive situation for years and years, and the person keeps getting away with it, like the court cases keep failing, and that person also harms other people, then putting a hex on that person might not be the worst thing, because you're preventing them from doing it to other people. So there is justifiable reasons for doing a hex, but make sure your reason is valid, and make sure that you know what you're doing before you get yourself into something like that. Don't just do something in like the heat of anger. Just take some time to calm down and make sure that you want to do what you want to do. Because if you're unsure, especially hexing when you work with deities, sometimes they find it offensive if you like back out halfway through the spell, and sometimes that can blow up in your face. Most of the time when people tend to go to hexes and curses, it tends biting them in the ass in the end of the day. So if you're doing something like that, especially the biggest thing, messing with someone's free will, like trying to break two people apart because you want to be with someone, or someone cheated on you and he's happy with, or he or she's happy with that person now, you want to break them apart because you want to get back together. You know, messing with someone's free will like that, usually, you know, it's not going to end up too well for you. So this video is not to pass out any like judgment upon you or upon anyone. It's just to make you aware of the seriousness of what you are doing. Because, you know, magic is not a joke, and using it or abusing it for your own self-gain is not always the right way to go about doing it. And a lot of people think magic is also like, you know, something you can just get everything you want, and you actually have to put in effort, work, time. So you have to be dedicated to do that. I mean, if you want like per se an abundance spell, you actually need to work towards that abundance. You can't just expect everything to come on a silver platter. So hexes, when you deliberately go out to harm someone, you're not just gonna do that for free and just expect nothing's gonna happen to you, because 9 times out of 10 it's probably gonna bite you in the ass, or it's gonna backfire, or the results is not always what you want it to be. Especially when you work with deities and other things like that, you cannot really comprehend what they are, because a lot of people think they know what a demon, an angel, or a jinn, or a deity is, and in fact most of the time you don't have enough knowledge. So make sure you also do your research before you want to cast a hex on someone. Get a second opinion, think about it, don't just do it. So I hope this video was helpful, or at least a little educational, or at least made you like aware of this situation, because people, they are abusing like hexes just for very selfish reasons, and it's not always right. But then again, I'm also not here to tell you what's right and what's wrong. You do you, and at the end of the day, you'll figure out what works for you and what doesn't. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and Also subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!